As the Magnus movement marches forward to 1 million subscribers, the god that wielded the dark Mjolnir has descended from his throne of thought to answer your question, my dear. This one is entitled, "Don't Say My Name, Please. How to Get Guys to Approach Me." Don't worry, my dear. Your secret is safe with me. It says, "Hi, what should I do to get guys to approach me? I'm in college. If guys don't approach me, what does that mean? Does that mean that I am unattractive? Whenever I'm out, guys only go for my friends and not me. The guys that do approach me, I'm never interested in. And on the rare occasion that someone does, I can go months without speaking to a person of the opposite sex. It's starting to hurt my self-esteem. Hearing all my female friends talking about all the guys that want them, and I can't even get one to show me interest. I'm 20 years old and haven't had a boyfriend in 5 years. What should I do?" A little background about me. I'm tall, I'm 5'11". Would a taller girl be less likely to be approached? All right, I guess starting backwards and moving forwards. I believe so, yes. I think that a lot of men are intimidated by tall girls. Yours truly actually used to be intimidated by tall girls. And then as my self-esteem grew, I realized it was nothing but a nice challenge, just a tall drink of water. Just, I always talk about that scene in Game of Death when Bruce Lee is about to fight Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and he backs up and just looks at him and he's like, he's ready. He's just like, all right, fuck it, you tall. I'm still gonna take you down. And that's how I look at it. Okay, so don't worry about the insecure men, because there's gonna be plenty of insecure men that are gonna give you that problem, all right? Just worry about the secure men, all right? Now next, I don't think that you have to look at your presentation. It's all in how you present yourself. And I hope you have good self-esteem, because if you don't have good self-esteem, men can see it and we will not approach you. We want a girl that looks like she's sure of herself. Sometimes it can be cute to see a girl that's kind of shy, but we also want a girl that is confident in herself. So if you look like the chick that's kind of like insecure, the introvert, maybe geeky or whatever like that, that can actually, turn a guy off and he doesn't want to approach you because he, thinks that something's wrong with you. So make sure that you have confidence in yourself before you want a man with confidence to approach you, okay? Another thing you said that, is that your friends get approached a lot. Are you the odd man out or woman out? I mean, does everyone else look a similar, a certain way? And you're like, like a lot of times there'd be a few girls, like, I've seen this happen so many times where I was out when I was younger and I would see the fat girl. The fat girl was driving. She had the car. A nice car, as a matter of fact. And all the pretty girls were passenger and in the back seat. And 3 dudes just talking to all the other girls, and she's sitting there by herself, holding the steering wheel. Are you the odd person out? Is your style totally different? Are you not accentuating your beauty? Okay, because I know some girls that they basically, I fucking hate this phone sometimes, that they don't work with their greatest assets. And I'm not talking about going out dressing like a whore. I'm just talking about learning what works best for you. Because I've seen plenty of girls that someone might say, she's actually ugly, but damn, the way she carries herself is just spectacular. She works with all her greatest assets to accentuate her beauty, and therefore she's not ugly no more. You might look, it's just certain features might be considered ugly or homely or not that attractive. I mean, are you plain Jane? I mean, it could be something like that. You know what I mean? You didn't give me much on that. I mean, I know you're 20. Okay, I wasn't sure of myself in my early 20s, and Personally, I feel I looked better in my earlier 20s than I do now. So back then, I was single for 5 years at a time. But I wasn't sure of myself. I was unconfident, I was insecure, and nobody wanted to be with me. And the ones that did want to be with me, I didn't want. Which brings me to this major point. A lot of times you want better than what you can get. And you can't see it. You are blind to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a guy like Urkel thinks he can get Halle Berry. It's just not going to happen, okay? Because Halle Berry is not attracted to Urkel, okay? She is attracted to men on her level. So if you are attracted to men that are not on your level, you might think about bringing yourself up to their level or settling for someone on yours. And that's just how it is. If you look at most couples, whether they be average, whether they be below average, whether they be above average, they all tend to match. They all tend to match. Once in a while, you see the girl with the guy, and you're like, how did she pull that off? Like, she's fucking ugly. Or you'll see the guy, you know, well, how did he get that beautiful girl? Look at him. He's a fucking dog. You know what I mean? Those are the not the norm. The norm is you get what is on your level. So what I'm going to tell you is that you need to check yourself. I believe that you are the issue here, okay? And I'm telling you this in love, okay? Because I was once there. Me and you both, in our early 20s, went through a drought of 5 years. If I can get out of it, you can get out of it. And yeah, it would have been nice to have Sarah here, but she would have basically told you all the same things that I told you, all right? You got to get your self-esteem up, okay? Because you're telling me that, you know, these girls not, you know, these girls talking about all these men that are interested in them is hurting your self-esteem. I mean, it may be good for you to just sit down. Hey, I'm telling you right now, if you're the odd woman out, I guarantee you, your friends have probably wanted to tell you how to get men, but didn't want to hurt your feelings. That happens sometimes, okay? You know, they love you so much and you're such a great person and a sweet girl, but certain things you do, maybe the way you do your hair or the way you do your makeup or the way you dress or something, maybe the way you carry yourself. Maybe you're loud and obnoxious, which you don't seem like you are from the way you wrote. But it could be something that is really putting guys off, and they won't tell you because they don't want to feel the guilt or the pain of telling you and hurting your feelings. I would rather tell a friend. I would hope that a friend would ask me, you know what I'm saying? I've lent advice to friends where they've asked me, yo, man, what the fuck is the problem? I'm like, well, you know, maybe you should try this, try that, you know what I'm saying? I'll probably look good on you. You know, I seen dude one time, you know, you and him actually kind of favor each other. You know, that works for him. But, like, a lot of people do that. They find a celebrity that they kind of favor or look like, and then they dress like them, and it works for them because the celebrities are already in the limelight. And people already worship celebrities like they're extra beautiful, more beautiful than normal people, which they're not. They're just made up. But you get what I'm saying? Like, for the longest time, when I had longer hair, and I got it when I had shorter hair too, but it's a little bit bigger, more muscular, I would get Michael Jai White all the time. People would say, you know who you remind me of. You know who you kind of look like. I got that all the time, okay? Now more so I get Neo, which I really don't appreciate, but people always say, you look like Neo, but you look better than Neo. They always say that. So, you know, I got them too a lot. Like I said, I still get Michael Jai White from time to time. But, you know, I mean, shit, women love Michael Jai White. If I took a couple of tips, seen him in some movies, and took his wardrobe and put it on, shit, that's only going to accentuate and help me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm telling you. You know, work on yourself. Work on your confidence. And I'll tell you this too. Sometimes you don't even have to change nothing about your look or the way you carry yourself or nothing. Sometimes the confidence itself can get a person, can get you a boyfriend. I'm telling you, like, that confidence is the best, like I said, cologne and or perfume that you could ever wear, because people love confidence. It says something and it makes you look totally different. I'll give you an example. I met this guy, business colleague, and He had a particular look that is usually to a particular personality type. But when he spoke, and the longer he spoke, I was like, I see why he's at where he's at. I see why he's at where he's at. I get it. I get it. You know, it just, he threw me with his look. But after he presented himself, I got it. You know, so that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's the person's air, it's the energy that they give off. You work on that positive energy, you work on yourself, you work on your mind, your thoughts, projecting that, the better of you. Don't worry about what your other friends are getting. Ask them for help. I bet you that you're gonna, you know, once you're done, you'll be as good or better than these girls that you're talking about. All right? 1 million subscribers. Woo!